Hello students, today we will do exercise 5.2. We have already done exercise 5.1 in my previous video. So hope you are practicing the questions. If you have any doubt, you can leave the questions or your doubts in the comment box, or you can contact us on Abhyukt Academy page. That we have a website and we have an app. You can contact us over there also, or you can leave your doubts in the comment section. We will be solving your doubts. But keep practicing math questions as many as you can. So in this video, we'll be doing exercise 5.2. And in exercise 5.2, we will learn how to find any term of the AP. In exercise 5.1, we were solving it like one by one. First, we had to find the second term, then third term, then fourth term. Then we can find any term. Suppose if I have to find the seventh term of the AP. So if what we were doing in 5.1, if like that we will do, so we'll have to first find second term, then third, then fourth, then fifth, then sixth, and then we can find the seventh term by adding common difference to the previous term. But suppose if we have to find 100th term or 500th term, like we have to find any term, how we can find that? Let's first check how actually how this formula works. First we will check that, and then I'll give you one formula how to find that. Suppose the suppose any like suppose you have deposited rupees 8,000 in any bank account, and every year you are depositing 500 to the same account. Every year you are depositing 500 rupees. So in the first year, what was the amount in the bank? That was rupees 8,000. In the second year, what it will be? 8,000 plus 500. In the third year, it will be 8,000 plus 500 plus 500. In the fourth year, it will be 8,000 plus 500 plus 500 plus 500. And the fifth year, it will go so on and on. So what you can see here. First, in the first year, it is the first term. In the second year, again, 8,000 is same in each of the thing, each of the year. So in this also, it is 8,000, 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. Then in this case, we are multiplying. Let's suppose in this case, now A is 8,000. So now we are multiplying A plus 1 into 500, A plus 2 into 500. This is A plus 3 into 500. Correct? We are doing like this. It means if we have to find the second term, we are multiplying the difference by 1. If we have to find the third term, we are multiplying the difference by 2. If you have to multiply the fourth term, find the fourth term, we are multiplying the difference by 3. It means we are doing n minus 1. Suppose we have to find fifth term. What we will do? We will write A plus 4 into 500. By observing the sequence that is going on, we can say this, that the fifth term will be A plus 4 into 500, or I can write as A plus 5 minus 1 into 500. And what is 500? This is D, our common difference. So just by saying this, I can write the formula AN is equal to A plus N minus 1D, where AN is nth term, A is the first term, N is number of terms, D is common difference. Fine. If I say that 50th term of an AP is 160. So in this case, N is 50 and AN is 160. If we don't know N, then we will do N minus 1. So in this case, suppose AN is equal to A plus N minus 1D. So A1 is A plus 1 minus 1D. That is A plus 0. That is A. So first term is A itself. A2 will be A plus 2 minus 1d, that is a plus d. A3 will be a plus 3 minus 1d, that is a plus 2d. So you can see, if you have to find the first term, there is no d. Second term, 1d. Third term, 2d. Same way, I can write a50 will be equal to a plus 49d. I can write this directly. Fine. So if we have to find any number of terms, any nth term, we have to find n number of terms, common difference. We have to find the first term. We can use this formula. Okay. Don't just mug up the formula. Try to visualize the formula, that how we are doing it. We are adding first term plus the, actually, if when we are finding the 50th term, so in the 50th term we first add the first term. If you have already taken the first term, how many terms are left? 49 terms. So we are multiplying the common difference with only 49. That is why we are doing n minus 1, because this is n minus 1 and this is n. So n minus 1 plus n. This is this is n minus 1 term and this is 1 term. So n minus 1 plus 1, minus 1 plus 1 cancelled. We are left with n terms. That is why we are doing it like this. Clear? So this is the formula. Now we will go to our exercise 5.2 and we will solve the questions. In this question, we have to fill the following table, and given that A is the first term, D is the common difference, and AN is the nth term of an AP. AN is written like this. AN is the nth term of the AP. So in the first one, we have A is 7, D as 3, N is 8, and we have to find AN. Okay. So in this case, if we have to find AN, means we have to find A8 because N is 8. So A8 will be equal to A plus 8 minus 1 into D. This is equal to 7 plus 7 into 3. 7 plus 21, that is equal to 28. So here I can fill this as 28. Correct? In the second question, we have minus 18. A is minus 18. We don't have D. It means we have to find D. N is given as 10 and AN is given as 0. So we will just substitute the values in our formula. That is AN is equal to A plus N minus 1D. AN is 0 is equal to minus 18 plus 10 minus 1 into D. We have to find D. This 18 will come this side. This will become plus 18. 18 is equal to 9D, implies that 18 by 9 is equal to D. 9 2s are 18, therefore D is equal to 2. I can fill this 2 over here. In this case, we got D as 2. In the third one, we have to find A. Correct? So if you want, I can solve it here only. Just by erasing this part. So A is equal to, not given. D is equal to minus 3. N is 18. AN is minus 5. So AN is equal to A plus N minus 1D. AN is equal to minus 5 is equal to A, we don't have, 18 minus 1, that is 17 into minus 3. Implies that minus 5 is equal to A minus 51. So minus 5 plus 51 is equal to A. Therefore, A is equal to 46. This is the answer. Fine. Now, the next one, A is given, D is given. In this case, we have to find N. So how can we find N? Again, simple, just by substituting the formulas. So values, A is equal to minus 18.9. D is given as 2.5. N is not given and AN is given as 3.6. So AN is equal to A plus N minus 1D. This will be equal to 3.6 is equal to minus 18.9 plus n minus 1 into 2.5. I can bring this 18.9 this side. This will become 3.6 plus 18.9 is equal to n minus 1 multiplied by 2.5. This will be equal to 9 plus 6, 15. 8 plus 3, 11, 1, 12, 1, 1, 2, 22.5 upon 2.5 is equal to n minus 1. This will get cancelled. 5 5s are 25. 5 45s are 5 9s are. Implies that n is equal to n minus 1. 9 plus 1 is equal to n. Therefore, n is equal to 10 answer. So whenever we don't have n, we find n like this only. First we bring a this side, then we divide by d, and then we add 1. So this is the step of finding n. So we can write here, this is 10. Now the last question, a is 3.5. D is 0, n is 105. We have to find a n. So an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. A is 3.5 plus 105 minus 1 into 0. This whole term will become 0 and the answer will be 3.5. It means D is 0. So all the terms will be equal. We have to find 1000 term, 2000 term. That will be the same as the A if D is 0. Fine. Let's move to the next question. In this question, we have to choose the correct choice in the following and we have to justify also. Means we just cannot do the guessing method. We have to solve the question and we have to find which one is the correct answer. 30th term of the AP, 1074S. So means we have to find the 30th term. A is given as 10. D is 7 minus 10, that is minus 3. And 30th term, it means n is 30. We have to find A30. So A30 will be equal to A plus 29D. That is equal to 10 plus 29 into minus 3. This will be equal to 10 plus minus 87. So this is equal to minus 77. So the correct option is option C. Clear? Next one, 11th term of the AP. So A is given as minus 3. D is given as minus 1 by 2 minus 3. This will be equal to minus 1 by 2 plus 3. That is minus 1 plus 6 by 2 is equal to 5 by 2. D is 5 by 2 and we have to find A11. So A11 is equal to A plus 10D minus 3 plus 10 into 5 by 2. 2 5s are 10 minus 3 plus 25, that is equal to 22. So the correct option is option B. So when we solve first question and the second main, so you must have understood now how to find A, how to find D, how to find number of terms, how to find the nth term. So keep these things in mind. So because as we like move ahead in the exercise, the questions will become will be like getting complicated. So these are the basic questions which you should understand properly. Let's move to the third question. In the following APs, find the missing terms in the boxes. So in this case, actually A is given as 2, A2 is not given, and A3 is given as 26. So what we will do, we will equate, substitute the values in the equation of AN, and then we will find the answer. So to find actually A2, we need D. Without D, without A and without N, we cannot find any term. So in this case, we have A, we have N, that is 2, we don't have D. So first we will find D. How we can find that? By substituting the values. A3 is equal to A plus 2D. A3 is already given, that is 26. So 26 is equal to A, 2 plus 2D. So 26 minus 2 is 2D, implies that 2D is 24. Therefore, D is equal to 12. We got D. Now we will find A2. A2 will be A plus D. 2 plus 12, that is 14. Okay. So our missing number in the box is 14. Clear? So to find any number, we need A, we need N, and we need D. Whatever is missing, we have to check how we can find that. Second one, A is missing. A2 is 13. A3 is again missing, and A4 is 3. So in this case, we don't have A, we don't have A3, we don't have D also. We don't have A, we don't have D. So what we will do? We have to find both. We will equate in two, I have to form two equations. First, whatever is given, we frame the equation with that. A2 is given as 13. A2 is equal to A2 is equal to A plus D. So this means 13 will be equal to A plus D. This is our first equation. We don't have A, we don't have D, so we cannot find anything now. Now we will substitute the values in A4. So A4 is equal to A plus 3D. This means 3 is equal to A plus 3D. We have two equations now. A plus D is 13, A plus 3D is 3. We will use the elimination method that we have done in chapter number 2, pair of linear equations. Okay, so we will subtract equation 2 minus equation 1. A plus 3D is equal to 3. A plus D is 13. This will get cancelled. 2D is equal to minus 10. D is equal to minus 5. We got D now. So if we have got D, we can substitute over here and we can get 13 is equal to A minus 5. So 13 plus 5 is equal to A. So A is 18. So we have got A 18 and D minus 5. I'll write it there. A is 18 and D is minus 5, and now we can find anything. So this one we have already got, that is A is 18 and we have D also as minus 5. So we can now write A3. A3 will be equal to A plus 2D. So A is 18 plus 2 into minus 5. So 18 minus 10, that is 8. So I can write this term as 8. So now you have understood, when we have given, like we don't have A, we don't have D, but in that case, we will be like given two terms. Two different terms will be given. From that terms, using elimination method, or if you want, you can use substitution method. Using that, we can find A and D, and then whichever term they're asking, we can find that. The same question you will get in later on in the same exercise, but in the form of word problem. So you have to identify that this is the same question. That is why I'm explaining this much now. Next one, A is given, A2 is not given, A3 is also not given, and A4 is given as 9 1 by 2, that is 19 by 2. We have A, we don't have D. So we can find D using A4 formula only. So A4 is A plus 3D, means 19 by 2 is equal to 5 plus 3D. So 19 by 2 minus 5 is equal to 3D. This will be equal to 9 by 2 is equal to 3D. This 3 will come down and this will become 9 by 2 into 3. 3 cancelled. Therefore, D is equal to 3 by 2. Fine. We have A now, we have D now. So we can find A2. A2 will be equal to A plus D. A is 5, D is 3 by 2. This will be equal to 10 plus 3 by 2, that is 13 by 2. I can write this 13 by 2, or I can do it as 6 1 by 2. Correct? Now we have to find A3 also. So A3 is equal to A plus 2D. A is 5 plus 2 into 3 by 2, 2 cancel. 5 plus 3, 8. So our A3 is 8. So both the boxes are filled. Correct? Now the next one. In this case, we have given A, that is minus 4. A2 is not given. A3 is not given. A4 is not given. 2, 3, 4. A5 is also not given. And A6 is given as 6. A is there, N is there. So we have to only find D. So let's substitute. A6 is equal to 6. It means A plus 5D is equal to 6. Minus 4 plus 5D is equal to 6. 5D is equal to 6 plus 4. So D is equal to 10 by 5. That is equal to 2. Now we have got D also as 2. So we can find now any terms because we have A, we have D and we have N. So A2 is equal to A plus D. That will be equal to A is minus 4 plus 2. That is equal to minus 2. A3 is equal to A plus 2D. A is minus 4 plus 2 into minus 2. So minus 4 plus minus. This is plus 2. So 2 into 2 is 4. So minus 4 plus 4 is equal to 0. So A3 is 0. Now A4. So A4 is equal to A plus 3D. This is equal to minus 4 plus 3 into 2. This is equal to minus 4 plus 6. That is equal to 2. Correct? Now we have to find A5 also. So A5 is equal to A plus 4D minus 4 plus 4 into 2. This is equal to minus 4 plus 8. That is equal to. So we have got all the terms. If we only have, if A is given and we have to only find D, then one term is needed. Like only one term we know. If we know, we can find the D. But if A is also not given, then we will require two terms to find A and D both. Next, the fifth question. In this one, again, A is not given. A2 is 38. A3 is not given, A4 is not given, A5 is not given, and A6 is minus 22. Fine. So we have no A, no D. We will be needing two terms. Let's do it. A2 is equal to A plus D. So 38 is equal to A plus D. This is our first equation. Next we have A6. So A6 is equal to minus 22 means A plus 5D is equal to minus 22. This is our second equation. Now we'll do elimination. Equation 2 minus equation 1. That is A plus 5D is equal to minus 22. A plus D is equal to 38. We will have to subtract. We will change the signs. Cancel. 4D is equal to minus 60 implies that D is equal to minus 15. So now we have D is minus 15. We can substitute that value here and we will get A. So it means A minus 15 is 38. So A is equal to 38 plus 15. That will be equal to 53. So we got our A. A is 53. Now we have to find A3. So A3 will be equal to A plus 2D. That is 53 plus 2 into minus 15. So this is equal to 53 minus 30. That is equal to 23. Clear? Now we have to find A4. So A4 is equal to A plus 3D. A is 53 plus 3 into minus 15. So 53 minus 45. This will be equal to 8. So we got this as 8. Now we have to find the fifth term. So A5 is equal to A plus 4D. This is equal to 53 plus 4 into minus 15. So it is 53 minus 60. This will be equal to minus 7. So we have got all the terms. In this also we had to find A and D both. So we needed two terms. From these two terms we did substitution method and we got A and D both. So like this only we have to do. In like now in the next questions, these questions only will be there, but in the form of word problems, and we have to solve it. The question is, which term of the AP 3, 8, 13, 18 is 78? So the AP is 3, 8, 13, 18. So we have A is 3, D as 8 minus 3, that is 5. And we have A N as 78. So it's written now, which term of the AP? It means we have to find N. Which term means N is 78. So already AN is given as 78. We have to find N. Very easy. We'll just substitute the values. AN is equal to A plus N minus 1D. AN we have, that is 78. So 3 plus N minus 1 into 5. I already told you whenever we have to find N, first we will subtract A, 78 minus 3. This will be equal to N minus 1 into 5. This will be 75. We will divide D. 75 by 5 is equal to N minus 1. This will be equal to 15. So now we will add 1 to it. 15 plus 1 is N. Therefore, N is 16. It means 16th term is 78. Clear? So just we have to understand the question, what they are asking, and then we can find it because we have already done all the formats previously. The next one, find the number of terms in each of the following AP. Find the number of terms. So A is 7, D is 13 minus 7, that is 6. Now 205. After that there is a dot. There is no comma. It means our A and, or we can say the last term is 205. So we have to find which term is 205. That is N. We have to find N means which number of term is 205. We'll substitute the values again. A plus N minus 1D. That this is already we have 205. 7 plus N minus 1 into 6. First we will subtract 7. Then we will divide 6. So this will be equal to 15 minus 7 is 8. 9, 1 upon 6 is equal to N minus 1. This will cancel. 6 3s are 18. 6 3s are 18. So 33 is N minus 1. Therefore, N is 34. So the number of terms. So now total number of terms in this AP is 34. I told you in the first video that there are two types of APs, finite in which number is definite, and the second one, the number of terms is indifferent. This one is the example of the AP in which the number of terms is finite, means they have fixed number of terms. Next one, again same, A is 18, D is equal to 15 1 by 2, that is 31 by 2 minus 18. So this is equal to 81 minus 36 by 2. This will be equal to minus 5 by 2. So we have D as minus 5 by 2. AN is minus 47. We have to find N. Clear? Let's substitute. AN is equal to A plus N minus 1D. AN is minus 47. That is equal to 18 plus N minus 1 into minus 5 by 2. So minus 47 minus 18 is equal to minus 5 by 2 and minus 1. This we have to add. Minus 65 into 2 by minus 5 is equal to N minus 1. This 5 minus minus cancelled. 5 into 13. So 26 is equal to N minus 1. Therefore, N is 27. So number of terms in this AP is 27. Make sure we cannot have n as negative or in the fractions because it is number of terms. So we cannot say that the number of terms is minus 13. Number of terms is 13 by 2. We cannot say like that. So it is not possible to have n as negative or in the fraction. Check whether minus 150 is a term of the AP 11852. We have to check whether in this AP minus 150 will come or not. So how we can check that? We will find n. If n is a whole number, it means minus 150 is a term of this AP. If n is not a whole number, it will not be be a term of this AP. A is 11, D is 8 minus 11, that is minus 3. An is given as minus 150. We have to find n. Okay. So An is equal to a plus n minus 1d minus 150 is equal to 11 plus n minus 1. We don't have n. So n minus 1 into minus 3. So minus 150 minus 11 is equal to minus 3 and minus 1. This will be equal to minus 161 upon minus 3 is equal to n minus 1. Minus and minus will get cancelled. This will be 161 by 3 plus 1 is equal to n. This will be 161 plus 3 by 3 is equal to n. Therefore, n is equal to 164 by 3. We cannot cancel this. N is a fraction. So, since n is a fraction, therefore, minus 150 is not a term of this AP. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Find the 31st term of an AP whose 11th term is 38 and the 16th term is 73. So we got this question. I told you. So in this question, actually we have to find the 31st term. It means we have to find A31. 11th term is 38. So A11 is 38. 16th term is 73. So A16 is 73. We don't have A, we don't have D. So that is why they have given us two terms. So we can find this very easily. A11 is 38, implies that A plus 10D is 38. This is equation 1. A16 is 73, means A plus 15D is 73. This is the second equation. We will do substitution. So equation 2 minus equation 1. So A plus 15D is equal to 73 and A plus 10D is 38. We will subtract. A minus A cancelled. 15 minus 10. 5D is equal to 13 minus 8. 5. 6 minus 3. 3. So D is equal to 7. Now we will substitute the value of D in any of the equation. So write substituting D in equation 1. So A plus 10 into 7 is 38. A is 38 minus 70. So A is equal to 10 minus 8, 2. 6 minus 3, 3 minus 32. A we have in negative. So let's find the 31st term. So A31 is equal to A plus 30D. A is minus 32 plus 30 into 7 minus 32 plus 210. We have to subtract. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 10 minus 3 is 7 and 1. So 31st term of this AP is 178. Clear? So two terms were given. We had to find another term. First we got A and D. Using that A and D, we found 31st term. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Again, an AP consists of 50 terms, of which third term is 12. So A3 is 12. And the last term is 106. Last term means the 50th term, because it is given it consists of 50 terms. So A50 is equal to 106. Find the 29th term. Same question. A3 is 12, implies that A plus 2D is 12. First equation. Second, A50 is 106. So A plus 49D is 106. This is the second equation. Equation 2 minus equation 1, A plus 49D is equal to 106. A plus 2D is 12. Subtract, A minus A cancelled. 47D is equal to 94. So this implies that D is equal to 94 by 47. So therefore D is 2. So substituting D in equation 1, A plus 2 into 2 is 12. Implies that A is 12 minus 4. Therefore A is 8. So we got A as 8 and D as 2. We have to find 29th term. A29 is equal to A plus 28D. Our A is 8 and D is 2. So 8 plus 28 into 2, 8 plus 56, this is equal to 64. So 29th term of this AP is 64. Fine. Let's move to the ninth question. If the third and the ninth terms of an AP are 4 and minus 8 respectively, which term of this AP is 0? So in this, third term is given 4 and ninth term is given minus 8 respectively. Means first term, first number is with the first thing, and second is with the second thing. So A3 is given as 4 and A9 is given as minus 8. Which term of this AP is 0? It means AN is given as 0. We have to find the number of terms. Again, we'll do the same thing. We will use the two terms. We will find A and D and then we will find N. A3 is 4. This means A plus 2D is equal to 4. This is the first equation. Then A9 is equal to minus 8. So A9 is equal to minus 8. This implies that A plus 8D is equal to minus 8. We'll use the substitution method. So equation 2 minus equation 1. A plus 8D is minus 8. A plus 2D is 4. We will subtract. A minus A cancelled. 8D minus 2D is 60. Minus 8 minus 4 is minus 12. This implies that D is minus 2. Okay. We got D as minus 2. We have to find A. We will substitute the value of D. Substituting D in equation 1. So A plus 2 into minus 2 is 4. Implies that A minus 4 is 4. Therefore, A is 8. Now, we got A as 8 and D as minus 2. We have A and we have to find N. So, AN is equal to A plus N minus 1D. This AN is 0. A is 8. N minus 1 into minus 2. 0 minus 8 is equal to minus 2 N minus 1. Minus 8 upon minus 2 is N minus 1. This will be 4. Implies that N minus 1 is 4. Therefore, N is equal to 5. So, in this term, in this AP, fifth term is equal to 0. Okay, so if you want, you can check it also. Like you can go ahead like A1, A2, A3, A4 and go. You can go on like that. So it means the fifth term will be equal to 0. 10th question. If 17th term of an AP exceeds its 10th term by 7, find the common difference. It means 17th term exceeds its 10th term, means minus 8 10 is equal to 7. Or you can write this in the other way, that 17th term is equal to a 10 plus 7, means 17th term is 7 more than the 10th term. You can do it in any order. I'll take the first one. Okay, so A17, that is equal to A plus 16D, minus A10 is equal to A plus 9D. This is equal to 7. This will be equal to A plus 16D minus A minus 9D is equal to 7. A and A will get cancelled. 16D minus 9D is 7D. 7D is 7. D is 1. So the common difference is 1. Fine. Easy question it was. Next question. Which term of the AP will be 132 more than its 54th term? Means we have to find AN. Correct? And in this question, AN is given as 132 more than A54. And in this question, this is also given A as 3 and D as 15 minus 3, that is 12. So by using A and D, first we have to find A54 and then we can find AN. Okay? And actually we have to find N, which term they are asking. So we'll find AN first and then we have to find N also. Clear? So AN is this. So first we'll find A54. A54 is A plus 53D. This is equal to 3 plus 53 multiplied by 12. So this will be equal to 3 plus 636 and this will be equal to 639. It means A54 is equal to 639. So our AN is equal to 132 plus 639, that is equal to 9 plus 2 11, 3 3 6 and 1 7 and 6 1 7. So AN is 771. Now we have to find N. So we know how to do that. In this case, I'm just erasing this because I already done this. So we have got A54 as 639. AN is equal to 771. So AN is equal to 771. AN is equal to 771. So A plus N minus 1D is 771. Implies that A is 3 plus N minus 1 into 12 is 771. First I have to subtract A. So 12 N minus 1 is 771 minus 3. And minus 1 is equal to minus 3, 8, 6, 7 upon 12. 2 6 are 12, 2 3s are 6, 2 8s are 16, 2 4s are 8, 6 6 are 36, 6 4s are 24. Therefore, N is equal to 65. Hence, 65th term will be 132 more than 54th term. Fine, clear? So in this question, which term they are asking will be 132 more than its 54th term. It means we had to find AN first. To find AN, we had to find first A54. So first we got A54, then we got AN, and then we got N. Next, next question, 12th one. Two APs have the same common difference. The difference between their 100th term is 100. What is the difference between their 1000th term? So two APs have the same common difference. So let A be the let A be the first term and D be the common difference. of first AP, and capital A be the first term and D be the common difference of the second AP. Fine. I have written D only here because it is written that common difference is equal. So, and the difference between the 100th term. So, in the first case, A100 is equal to A plus 99D, and capital A100 is equal to capital A plus 99D. And it is given that the difference is 100. When we subtract these two, it is given as 100. It means A100 minus A100 is equal to 100. Clear? So now I'll subtract A plus 99D. A plus 99D. I have to subtract. This will get cancelled. So A minus A, it is given as 100. Fine. Now I have to find what is the difference between their 1000th term. So I can do it as A1000 is equal to A plus 999D. Capital A1000 is equal to capital A plus 999D. I have to find the difference, means I have to find A1000 minus A1000. So this will be equal to A plus 999D and A plus 999D. I have to subtract. This will get subtracted. This will be equal to A minus A. It means A1000 minus A1000 will be equal to A minus A, and this is equal to 100 as we have already got in the previous equation. So it means if the common difference of any two APs are same, so the difference between their consecutive terms will always be same. Or I can say the difference between their, like any terms, like 100th term or 50th term or any term, will be the difference of their first term, that is A. Okay. Now 13th question. How many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7? So we'll first write the AP in which it's written how many 3-digit numbers. So our first term will be the first 3-digit number that is divisible by 7. So the first 3-digit number is 100. Let's check which number is divisible by 7. So we'll divide this by 100. 7. So 7 ones are 7. 10 minus 7, 3, 0. 7 4s are 28. So if we are if you're taking 14, so this 14 in that case the remainder is 2. So we have to take 15th one. So 7 into 15, that is equal to 105. Next will be 105. 16th and the 16th one means the 7 multiplied by 16, that will be equal to 112. It will go on like that, and the last term will be the last maximum number is highest number is 999, and we have to check which number, the greatest 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. So how we can do this? We will divide 999 by 7. 9 minus 4 is 5. So when we are dividing 999 by 7, their remainder is 5. It means that the last 3-digit number that is divisible by 7 is 994. We have got an AP in which the first term is 105, second term is 112, and the last term is 994. So whenever they are giving the question like this, divisible by 7, divisible by 4, so the D is always that number, means A is 105, so D will be 7. If you will check it here also, we'll get 112 minus 105 will be 7. AN is 994, and we have to find N. Very easy. We have done it so many times and now in this exercise. So AN is equal to 994, implies that A plus N minus 1D is 994. A is 105, n minus 1, D is 7, this is 994. So we'll take 105 that side, 994 minus 105. So 7 n minus 1 is equal to 14 minus 5, 9, 8 minus 0, 8, and 9 minus 1, 8. N minus 1 is equal to 889 by 7. This is equal to 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, and 7 sevens are 49. N minus 1 is 127. Therefore, n is 128. It means that total 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7, they are 128. There are 128 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. Clear? Now, 14th question. How many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250? Same type of question. In this case, A will be after 10. Which number is divisible by 12? Which number is divisible by 4? That is 12. I should write it. Will write the AP also. First number will be 12. Second number will be 16. Third number will be 20. It will go on like that. And we have to find the last number. So we'll divide 250 by 4. 4 twos are 8. So we are the remainder is 2. We'll subtract 2 from 250 and we will get 248. So we got an AP in which A is 12. D will be 4. I already told you in this type of question, D is always this number. AN is given as 248. We have to find N. Very simple. We are doing this question from like, I have done so many times. AN is equal to 248. Implies that A plus N minus 1D is equal to 248. A is 12 plus N minus 1 multiplied by 4 is 248. I'll take 12 that side. 248 minus 12. I'll be left with N minus 1 is equal to 236 divided by 4. 4 5s are 20. 4 9s are 36. So N minus 1 is 59. Therefore, N is equal to 60. It means that between 10 and 250, there are 60 numbers which are multiples of 4. Fine. 15th question. For what value of N are the nth terms of two APs 63, 65, 67 and 3, 10, 17 are equal? There are two APs in this case. So first AP is 63, 65, 67. Second AP is 3, 10 and 17. In this, A is 63, D is 2. In this case, A is 3 and D is 7. And now they are saying that in this case AN and in this case AN, both are equal. We'll find AN. This will be 63 plus N minus 1 multiplied by 2. This is equal to 63 plus 2N minus 2. So this will be equal to 61 plus 2N. Correct? And in this case, AN is equal to 3 plus N minus 1 into 7. 3 plus 7N minus 7. 7N minus 4. They have said already, according to the question, is given that AN is equal to AN. It means that 61 plus 2N is equal to 7N minus 4. So 61 plus 4 is 7N minus 2N. Implies that 65 is 5N. Therefore, N is equal to 13. It means that 13th term of both the APs are equal. We don't have to find the 13th term. We just had to find the number of terms. That is 13. Determine the AP whose third term is 16. Means A3 is 16. And the seventh term, A7, exceeds the fifth term by 12. A7 minus A5 is 12. We have to determine the AP means that find A1, A2, and A3 and like that. So A3 is 16. Implies that A plus 2D is 16. This is the equation 1. And in this case, it is A plus 60 minus A plus 4D is equal to 12. We will solve this. A plus 60 minus A minus 4D is 12. A and A cancelled. 2D is 12. Therefore, D is 6. We'll substitute this value of D in equation 1. So A plus 2 into 6 is 16, implies that A plus 12 is 16. Therefore, A is equal to 4. We have got A as 4 and D as 6. We have to determine the AP. So in that case, A1 is A, that is 4. A2 is A plus D, 4 plus 6, that is 10. A3 is A plus 2D, that is 4 plus 12, that is equal to 16. So our AP is 4, 10, 60, and will go on like that. Clear? So whenever they ask us to determine the AP, we find first 3 terms. Let's move to the next question. Find the 20th term from the last term of the AP 3, 8, 13, 253. So in this case, we have to find the 20th term from the last. So what we will do, we will reverse the AP. It means in this case, our A will be 253 and D we can find from here only. This is 8 minus 3, that is 5. So in this case, D will be minus 5. And we have to find A 20. So A20 is equal to A plus 19D. So 253 plus 19 into minus 5. 253 minus 95, that is equal to 158. So this is 158 is 20th term from the last. Next question. The sum of 4th and 8th terms of an AP is 24. And the sum of 6th and 10th terms is 44. Find the first 3 terms of the AP. It means A4 plus A8 is 24. Means A plus 3D plus A plus 7D is 24. Implies that 2A plus 10D is 24. Now A6 plus A10 is 44. So A plus 5D plus A plus 9D is 44. This implies that 2A plus 14D is 24. Is 44. This is the first equation. This is the second equation. I'll do equation 2 minus equation 1. So 2A plus 14D is 44. 2A plus 10D is 24. I have to subtract 2A and 2A cancelled. This will be 4D is equal to 20. Therefore, D is equal to 5. Fine. Now I have to find A. So I substitute this value of D in this equation. So this equation will become 2A plus 10 into 5 is equal to 24. So 2A is equal to 24 minus 50. 2A is equal to 10 minus 4, 6. 4 minus 26 minus 26. Therefore, A is equal to minus 13. So now I got A as minus 13, D as 5. I have to find first 3 terms. So A1 is already minus 13. A2 is A1 plus D minus 13 plus 5, that is minus 8. A3 is A plus 2D. So minus 13 plus 10 is equal to minus 3. So first 3 terms of the AP are minus 13, minus 8 and minus 3. Okay. Next question. Subba Rao started work in 1995 at an annual salary of rupees 50,000 and received an increment of rupees 200 each year. In which year did his income reach rupees 7,000? So first year the salary was 5,000. In the year 1996, the salary will be 5,200 because it is increasing at the rate of 200 each year. Then in 1997, the salary will be 5,400. It will go on like that, and once it will become 7,000. We have to find in which year did his income reach rupees 7,000. This is an AP because D is equal in all the cases. So I can write this is an AP as difference is same. A is 5,000, D is 200, AN is 7,000. AN is 7,000. That means A plus N minus 1D is 7,000. 5,000 plus N minus 1 into 200 is equal to 7,000. 200 and minus 1 is 7,000 minus 5,000. And minus 1 is 2,000 by 200. Cancel, 210. N is equal to 11. Means this is the 11th year. In 11th year, his salary will be 7,000. And they have asked us in which year. So it started in 1995. I'll do plus 11. 5 plus 1, 6. 9 plus 1, 10. 9 plus 1, 10. And 2,000. So in 2006, his salary will be 7. Fine. Now, 20th question. Ramkali saved rupees 5 in the first week, then increased her weekly savings by rupees 1.75. If in the nth week, her weekly savings become rupees 20.75, find N. Again, this is the case of AP. First case 5, then 5 plus 1.75, that is 6.75. Then 6.75 plus 1.75, that is 8.50. It will go on like that, and at the end it became 20.75. So this is an AP in which common difference is 1.75. A is 5, D is 1.75, AN is 20.75. We have to find N. AN is equal to A plus N minus 1D. So 20.75 is equal to 5 plus N minus 1 into 1.75. So first I'll subtract this. Minus 5, 1.75 N minus 1, 15.75 upon 1.75 is N minus 1. This decimal will go off. So I can cancel by 5. 5 to 15. 5 5s are 25. 5 to 15. 5 1s are 5. 5 5s are 25. 5 7s are 35. 5 6 are 30. And 5 3s are 15. 7 9s are 63. So N minus 1 is equal to 9. Therefore, N is equal to 10. Hence, in the 10th week, her savings become 20.75. N is equal to 10. So this was the last question of exercise 5.2. We have completed it. And the next video, we will do exercise 5.3. Till that time, keep practicing the questions.